We're going over Mileena, one of the characters who, I was excited to learn, but I did not expect to be maybe one of the most fun characters in the game. I haven't fully tried everyone, but I think it's going to be hard to beat Mileena. She just has everything that makes a fun MK character fun. She's got ridiculous teleports that side swap and go to the other side. She's got YOLO moves that go into combos. And she's got like 3 different ways she can extend combos consistently in basically any combo. And she has so many strengths, like having a bunch of overheads and lows in her combos. She's got plus frames after strings, plus frames on her sweep. She meshes well with basically any cameo because she's just got such a weird playstyle that somehow a cameo is gonna be able to help her in some way. She is just so damn fun. So in this video, we're going to go over all of her buttons and strings, special moves, then into her combos, and then her general strategies and game plans, and then we're going to take what we've learned and try her out online together. So let's get right into it. We're going to start with buttons and strings. So first off, we have our standing one. This is probably one of the strongest things about Mileena. This is maybe one of the best standing ones in the game. It has really good range with that Sai, 7 frames, very fast. You can use it to punish like anything. As you can see, it's also +1 on block, and it leads into this amazing string that's an overhead, then a mid. Once again, totally safe, only -5. So you can kind of go this as much as you want. And if you're at slightly lower levels online, this overhead is going to catch people constantly, and you're going to be able to constantly go into B&B combos like this, just even without having to hit confirm it. But because this second hit, which is just 1 then 2, there's 2 hits on the second part of the string, it's so easy to hit confirm. Even if the opponent blocks the first one, you see they get hit by the overhead because it's 2 hits, you can be like, oh, ball roll, full combo. It's just so good. And that's not the end of the string. There's also, you can press throw afterwards, and then it goes into another overhead, which is -2. And the opponent can armor through this one, but like this string being safe, you can just buffer that a lot. It's just so good. And of course, this having a bunch of overheads in it means that any cameo that has a low, like Striker or a Scorpion, is going to be extremely good for these strings with Mileena, because she just has a lot of overheads. And speaking of strings with overheads, 2-1 is also a really good hit confirm string that also ends in an overhead, and once again, is very, very safe. This one just has slightly longer range, but it's a little slower, so it's 10 frames, there's a 7 frames, but has just a little bit longer range. And you can also use this for easy hit confirms into a ball roll, and if your opponent is blocking, well then you can just dial in the whole thing for the overhead. Once again, the opponent can armor through this gap. And if you have a low cameo, you can also mix it up to be a low. That's just the beginning of how awesome she is just with her beginning pokes. Also, this stand 1, I'm probably going to talk about the stand 1 for a little bit longer than anything else, just because it's such an important part of our toolkit. If you see me playing with her, you see how much I use this thing. So easy hit confirms, it's plus, goes into overheads, is totally safe, it's an amazing string. It's also probably her best anti-air, so if the opponent is jumping at you, particularly from like more distant jumps, it's not so good if like the opponent's on top of your head, but even so, she turns around really quickly and can use this as such a good anti-air. So you can see, I can easily hit the opponent out of the air and it recovers really quickly, so I can dash in and get some other combo extension from this, and it's just such a satisfying anti-air. I wish Rain had things that he could just juggle and then do a dash into another combo from. And depending on the timing of when you hit it, you can really easily go into ball roll combos as well, so just a full conversion off of hitting the opponent out of the air. Just awesome. So, standing 1, one of your best moves, if there's anything you're going to spam with Mileena, spam that. It's just amazing. It does a lot of things. So that's stand 1 and standing 2. As for other like pokes you're going to use, forward 2 is also pretty good. It's a bit of a slower high, but it has pretty nice range. If I just take a little bit of a step in from round start distance, it'll hit. So it is a high that's a little bit slow, so you're like, what's the point of this? Well, a lot of her strings are going to overhead, so people just like to block high against her to just try and, you know, not get hit by all the overheads. But this is one of her strings that goes into a low. So a lot of people, once again, get clipped by this low when they're used to blocking all these overheads that she's throwing out. So that's a way of throwing in a low. Also, when you finish the string, +2. +2 right in the opponent's face. So you can easily go for a poke or a little bit of a dash into a throw if they're respecting you too much. It's just really good. And also there's no gap in that string. You would think after a string like that that ends in a plus frame at the end, usually that means that the opponent can get through it. So see, these strings have gaps. The opponent can do an armored attack through them. But this, I'm just plus in the opponent's face, even if they go for armor. I get the plus frames, and then I can go for whatever. It's just such a good string, man. And of course, since it's a 2-hitting string, you can easily hit confirm into ball rolls, and if you see they're blocking, well then, just finish the string, and you'll be very plus. Well, not very plus, but +2 at the end of a string is very, very handy. With no gap as well, that's amazing. Right, and those are kind of the main pokes you're going to be using in neutral. You can also throw out this forward 4, because it's just really long-reaching, safe overhead. That's only 19 frames, which is pretty good for an overhead in this game. Basically unreactable, particularly if you're using it in a neutral case, because you know, walking back and forward, people expect you to throw out like crouching lows or something, but if you just throw out a random overhead, that's a good chance of catching them off guard. And yeah, this overhead is also really good as a combo ender, because as you can see, it's +30 on hit, so a lot of the time, B&B combos, which we'll get into combos soon, are going to end in this, because it's just a really easy way of ending a combo after something like this, because you get your 2 hits, get a nice long knockdown, and it does a decent chunk of damage. And also, not only is it good at ending combos, it's also very good after combos, because it forces the opponent to not use wake-ups. Because if he gets up with his armored attack, I can use this, and it's double hitting, so it goes straight through his armor. So that's a really, really good way of enforcing the opponent to not wake up, and also just to block overhead. A lot of people are not going to be able to react to this, so you're going to be able to usually get like a few loops of this, like 3 times in a row, and that 116 damage adds up. If you get it even just twice or 3 times in a row, that's 300 damage for free for something that is safe, overhead, and beats armor. Pretty damn cool. Now, I think those are our main neutral buttons, apart from maybe a crouching 3 is like a really long-reaching low, but just do be careful, it is -11, so the opponent does block it, you're kind of dead. Now, let's just get into the rest of her buttons before we move on. So we've got standing 3, forwards 3, and standing 4. So standing 3, I don't think has too much use in neutral. It's 14 frames, and it does not like it has amazing range. You can kind of use it as a footsie tool, but what's good about it is that it ends in this really good knockdown, and this is even better than the forward 4 knockdown. So you're going to be using this in combos instead of the forward 4 sometimes to get an even slightly better knockdown. And as you can see, it pushes the opponent a little bit further away, but you've got this +47 knockdown, which also is a perfect way of breaking the opponent's armor. May as well just show it now, because as you can see, if I end a combo with this, I get to get a really late jump in, and basically anything I do afterwards will break the opponent's armor. So they have to block my jump in, or they do armor and get it broken, or the last option is to do a delayed wake up. And doing a delayed wake up does actually beat going for this, because if you go for this when it would have broken armor, then it completely whiffs. So if you think your opponent is a bit of a wake up delayer, then you can go for this. And because you're just going for Oki with the jump attack, you know, jump attacks, you recover as soon as you hit the ground, you'll just whiff the jump attack, and then you could instantly go into your mid, and it'll hit them as they wake up. So it covers both timings. So this is honestly probably one of the best enders you can use with her, and up there with the best ending strings in the game, because it beats armor if the opponent goes for armor, and it beats them on both timings of their wake up, and it's just like, even if they block it, it's just going to be extremely plus, because you're doing a really, really late jump in. So that's a really, really good combo ender, but that's about all. Except for the fact that also you can use it as just another way of going for overhead low mix, because it is safe, so you can go overhead or low with Striker or another low cameo, like Kung Lao or Motaro. So another great string there. Forward 3 goes into forward 3-4, and this string is mostly just for damage. It's kind of a decently long-reaching high, actually not that long-reaching at all. It can kind of be used as an anti-air, but mainly I think this is used as a punish, because it's quite a damaging string, leaves the opponent on the ground, and if you know you're going to get a punish, like on a Scorpion Teleport, or I don't know, something that's just, you know it's unsafe, you can just easily use this as a way to go into some simple ball roll B&B that does a nice solid chunk of damage for a simple combo. Which is a damaging starter, and that seems to be about it. Because it does start with a high, and it's not like it has any miraculous frame data or mix-ups like our other things. And then back 4 is our sweep, and you know, I didn't add it in the neutral tool areas, but it is a really, really good button, because like a few privilege rushdown characters have, it's actually plus on block. which means that with this amazing overhead, you can mix up on Oki whether you go for this overhead that breaks their armor and they have to block overhead, or just throw in this sweep, which they'll either get hit by and then you get to go for another mix-up, or even if they block it, you're plus, so then you can go for a poke or go for your mid or whatever you want. Really, really cool having a sweep that goes like this. And also, can you tell the difference between these two animations? This is two different buttons. So this one's back 4, which is +2, and this one is down 4, which is -6, but it's also cancelable. So you have this interesting play between the opponent can't really tell whether you're plus or whether you're kind of like minus and cancelable, because then if they try to press or do something afterwards, you can cancel into ball roll, or you can like use this like poke as, you know, just a quick low, but then they think you're plus, so you can kind of cheat some plus frames there. It's a little bit of a fun gimmick. And I think that's all for her buttons. Let me just quickly check the move list. We talked about all this. Oh yeah, her mid. One of her most important things, of course I forget that. Forward 1 is her mid, 13 frames, so pretty average speed for a mid, but it's got really good range. She lunges quite forward before she does it. Doesn't look like it has amazing range when you just like look at it on its own, but she takes a decent step forward and can hit from like around this distance, and it has an amazing follow-up. So you just press 4 twice, so forward 1, forward 4, and it has this multi-hitting string that ends in a low, by the way, and this multi-hitting string is cancelable. The low at the end is not cancelable, so I can't go into a ball roll or something afterwards. I have to cancel the like spinning middle part, but that is so damn good for a mid. Also, no gap here, and safe. -6, completely safe. So she has a mid string that's totally safe. That's pretty rare in this game. A hit confirmable string from her mid that is totally safe and ends in a low, which means it once again sets up perfectly for mix-ups with cameos if they, say, have an overhead, like Striker or Scorpion. It's pretty crazy that she has this awesome mid. Easy hit confirm, leads to simple, nice chunks of damage, and it's decently fast startup, pretty good range, and is totally safe if the opponent blocks it. Yes, please. I will take such an amazing tool. Thank you very much. Mileena is just so gifted with amazing buttons, and I think that's what I like about her most. Let's just check one more time. Yeah, she's got a pretty standard down 2. It's kind of fast with 9 frames, but pretty similar to an average down 2, and I think that's about all. We can quickly talk air strings, but here's the down 2. Pretty good. This is going to be the main anti-air if you see the opponent jumping quite close to you, because it'll hit at ranges that standing 1 doesn't work. So, for aerial strings, you've only got 2, so it's easy to remember. 1, 2, 2, which kind of bounces the opponent up, which means you can get combo extensions from it. Whoops. Pretty cool. And 2, 2, 3, which does launch the opponent pretty far away, and I don't think it's cancelable. No, it's not. But what is really good about it is the first hits of 2-2 are quite damaging and leave the opponent really close to you, so you use it after to go into this spinning Psy move, and it's just a really good way of extending your combos like this. And you'll be using it basically only in that situation. But as for jump-ins, jump 1 reaches like more horizontally, and jump 2 actually doesn't have that much of a downwards hitbox, so if you do want to do like a bit of an early jumping attack, it's going to have to be your jumping kicks. But luckily, unlike a character like Rain, she's pretty privileged to have conversions off of her jump kicks pretty easily. She can use her forwards too, which as you can see, I don't even really need to do a dash afterwards because it reaches so far, or I can do a dash into my forwards 1, works as easily as well. And of course, the God String 1-2 also works super easily. You just do a little bit of a dash, and easily combo into your ball roll combos. No stress, no fuss, and honestly no heavy execution required. Which is very fortunate because, you know, when you're playing a YOLO character, you're going to be doing a lot of jump kicks, and the fact that she can convert off of it super easily is a big strength. But generally for jump-ins, if you want to do a longer reaching one, I'll be using jumping 1 a lot, and that's also what I use after this. Whoops, if you time it better, it actually connects with the opponent where the jump 2 will not. As you can see there. So that's all of her regular buttons. Also her throw, pretty standard. Depending on what cameo you have, that throw part at the end there can be extendable off of. So if you have someone like Jax or Scorpion that has pretty good ambush extenders, you can extend off of that throw. Striker's not so good, but there is definitely potential there with other characters. And it does leave you pretty close. So you can go instantly into overhead mix, or if you think they are going to block, you can go for your plus on block string, as she always can. Right, now, special moves, she gets somehow even crazier and more fun. Of course, we have the ball roll. That's her basic, most common special move, and I think we'll go do the combo specials first and then the projectiles last. So, combos, of course we've got the ball roll. Back, down, 4, ball roll. It's pretty fast, not ridiculously fast, but 12 frames and travels very quickly. You can easily punish things in full screen if you see someone trying to charge something up, like Tanya doing her taunt or something. You can easily catch them trying to do something. I'm not sure how good it goes under certain projectiles, particularly ones that are slightly slow to the, lower to the ground, but certainly some projectiles that are like highs are pretty easy to go under, especially if the opponent is doing like air projectiles. You can easily go, whoop, no, you are not doing that. I'm rolling in and getting a combo. Now, using the ball roll actually works pretty well with cameos, especially ambush cameos, to keep yourself safe, but because like she can kind of do it from a distance away, you can do the ball roll, and by the time she reaches the opponent, the cameo is coming out from like back here. Because the problem with like summoning a cameo like here to keep yourself safe, say if I do like a projectile or something, and I'm like, oh, keep myself safe, I'm kind of really close to the opponent, and if the opponent tries to punish me, they're going to hit me and Striker. But if I do a ball roll from all the way over here, they're not going to hit Striker, so the grenades are going to hit Reptile when he tries to punish me, so you can do some very, very YOLO ball rolls if you have an ambush cameo. And you can either just do the exact same combos afterwards, or depending on the cameo, you might be able to get some slightly better extended combos. Let's try. Something like that. So, yeah. You can become even more YOLO if you're using an ambush support. Also, the amplified version doesn't give you a knock-up, but it does give you this like damaging guaranteed ender at the end of a combo, and because it's really fast, just like the ball roll, it's a good thing if you want to add in some guaranteed damage. But the ball roll itself, super good. Any combo, no matter what the gravity is, will basically always be able to extend combos in some way. It's very, 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 very handy as a combo extender, as you could imagine. Now, the next thing that's really useful for combo extenders is the ball roll in the air, and it's not actually input with back down, it's actually just down back in the air, which is cool. That's slightly easier to input, and that means after you do a ball roll, basically always you do jump in the air, go 2-2 into this like aerial ball roll with the sides coming out, and it also, just like the ball roll, basically has like a guaranteed amount of juggle factor. Once again, no matter how long your combo has been, this thing always seems to hold the opponent high enough in the air to dash in and get a forward 4 or dash in 3-4. It is just very, very generous with extending combos no matter what the situation is, so I love it. Also, if you do it close to the ground, it can just be its own combo starter, which is kind of cool. So if you do want to like go over like a frost projectile or something, or you're doing a jump in and you're not going to hit, like my jump in isn't going to connect from over here, but maybe if I know I jump over something and I'll get a punish, I can use it as a interesting kind of jump and attack. And the enhanced version actually just properly works like a dive kick. So if I jump over something and I know I can punish it, like a frost freeze or something, I can just do this amplified version and know that I'm gonna get that punish. And you can actually hold this down as well, which is kind of funny, because then she just rises higher and higher into the air, and it takes a while, but what's the opponent gonna do? They're not gonna hit me out of the air all the way up there. And it actually becomes a safe launcher from which I can go into combos once again. So that's just a little bit of a fun gimmicky tool you can throw out sometimes if I'm high in the air and the opponent tries to down to me, or they're like, I don't know what I'm meant to deal with that. If they do try to do something and it punishes them, then you get a full combo, and it is safe as well. So that's just a bit of a funny thing to throw out, I guess. And then next for combos, we have the up teleport. We've got two types of the teleport. If you do down back two, it's like the grounded teleport, and it just leaves the opponent on the floor, and this is actually her armored move as well. If you enhance it, just like the enhanced ball roll, it has this guaranteed bit of extra damage and like cinematic knockdown. And in the air, it's also armored and works the exact same way, so it's very, very good move for getting around the screen and armoring through projectiles or through Oki, through anything basically. Just only one hit. It's very, very good. But the forwards one, that puts the opponent into the air, and that's going to be far more useful for combos and that sort of shenanigan. So the regular version doesn't do much, you know, it's a high, launches the opponent into the air. With certain cameos, you can extend off of it. Like Striker there. Striker isn't even the best combo cameo, so you can imagine you can get even crazier things with someone like Scorpion or maybe Goro. As you can see, even with Striker here, I can summon him, and he comes in on the other side, extends it with the grenades, and I can easily get a combo. And this also makes it safe, by the way. So, same as both of the teleports. Let me just knock him down. If I do a teleport, I can do the teleport, and right before I go to the other side of the screen, I can press my Striker input. And that actually means that Striker will come out on my original side, so when my opponent blocks me, they're not going to hit Striker out of this, so the grenades hitting them is guaranteed, and it's going to mess up their punish, which is just so rude, which means I can kind of do these weird jump-ins where I dash, like jump in, do a teleport, but I can also keep it safe by having the grenades come in. It's pretty crazy. And then, as you can imagine with this one, if I do the same thing, it keeps it safe and also lets me go for a combo. It's Shenanigan City here with Mileena and ambush cameos. And the enhanced version lets you just go for buttons in the air, so you can extend super, super easily. This is what leads to like most of her higher damaging combos. And yeah, only costs 1 bar, and she gets about 40% on her own without any cameo extensions, which is a bit of a privilege. Not all characters can do that, but it's very handy to have. So those are her teleports, and then I think the last is just her Psy tosses. Yeah. Also, apparently with this, you can cancel it if the opponent is going to hit you out of the air. So then, with our Psy tosses, they don't actually hit twice. That's an important thing to note. So if you are trying to get through some kind of projectile absorb or something, or break armor, this will not do that because it's a single hit, even though it's 2 Psys. As you can see, it's a high, does average projectile damage, has decent startup, 19 frames. Back forward 1 for the regular size, or back forward 3 for the low size, which is just a tiny bit slower and less good on block. But as you can see, they don't go full screen. They actually only go maybe half screen or a little bit under half screen. No, it's a bit over half screen. Like 55% of the screen. Which can be annoying, because if you are against a zoner or something, you're like, aha, I throw this, and they dissipate right in front of their face. That can be pretty rough. But she's not a zoner, so I think it's fine. You just have to be aware of it. So at any time in this distance, instead of going for YOLO ball rolls, you can be a little bit more cerebral and decide to throw a projectile instead. Because they're decently fast, have decent hit advantage, and they're not too minus on block, particularly the regular one. And having a low projectile also means that she just, or a low special move in general, means she can mix up on her own without even having to have a cameo that has highs or lows. So say if I have an ambush cameo, I can mix up my overheads and lows on my own, as long as they can keep me safe when I do it, which means anytime I'm using these strings, which end in overheads and have overheads in the middle, I can always mix up into a low, including this one as well, which is just really handy, because now I'm just mix up city with Mileena. Now, so the projectiles, you know, kind of just a little slightly good version of space control, but where they become handy, or handier, is the enhanced version. So if I enhance the low version, it actually goes full screen. And if I enhance the regular version, I actually need to give myself more meter, because, actually, let me show that it does take 2 bars. Goes full screen, is still a high, but she teleports in with this overhead afterwards. And actually, let's check, does it come out on block? It does, and it's pretty unsafe, minus 11. So what's good about this is it, just like Sub-Zero's Ice Ball or Liu Kang's enhanced projectile, it will destroy other projectiles, and as you can see, I teleport in, kind of get this hit throw, and the opponent's put in a stun, and I can go for a full combo. So this is a good way of saying, hey, that's enough of this. I am just going in, destroying whatever the hell you're trying to do. And depending on what cameos you have, you can get slightly better or more extended combos. Unfortunately, the damage isn't huge, considering you have to spend 2 bars just to get this. But the fact that you can combo from a projectile that deletes other projectiles is a good option. Particularly, I think this is most mainly an end of round option. So like you're kind of getting zoned out, but the opponent's life is kind of low and you just want to get the final hit. So this is like something just like, aha, gotcha. You forgot that I have this as an option. And then you go for a simple combo into a ball roll or whatever and they die, or a fatal blow, and then boom, you got killed from full screen. I think that's what it's for, more than using it as an actual zoning tool, because it's just too expensive to be justifiable any other way. But yeah, it's a cool option and important to make sure you remember it, especially in those tricky situations. So now that's all of our special moves and our normal buttons. Let's quickly show Fatal Blow. Whoops, practice settings. She's got a pretty average Fatal Blow startup, I would say. It's got decent range and decent speed, but nothing amazing. If you do have really long combos, it can be kind of hard to go into it off of juggles. But as long as you use it like after a ball roll or an aerial ball roll, as we mentioned, those knockups are always so consistent that you'll always be able to go into a combo. So like this, I can even do a little bit of a dash, and I'll always be able to get this, no matter what long combo I've done. But it is fast enough that you don't have the unfortunate things like Li Mei or Katana, where you can't combo off of all of your strings. She can combo off of all of her regular strings, which is, you know, an important thing to be able to do and not embarrass yourself with a blocked Fatal Blow at the end of a game. So, decent Fatal Blow, decent range, decent startup. And I think that's about all for special move and the normals. Let's start talking about her combos and general game plan and then head online. Okay, so talking combos, I mentioned that she has 3 combo extenders that work no matter what, so you can easily freeform combos using these 3. And the main 2 are ball roll and aerial ball roll. So let me just show you an example combo, and everything will be based off of this. So just a string into ball roll, whoops. Aerial 2-2, air ball roll, dash in into a forward 4 ender. As you can see, a very simple combo off of my really good standing 1, did over 30% for no meter, and is really easy to execute. So that's where we're starting with Mileena. That's the base point, and we can make it slightly better or extend it in different ways from here. So that's our basic combo. From basically any string we're doing, we can go into a ball roll, aerial 2-2, air ball roll, into this ender. Now, like we mentioned, you can also swap this ender for 3-4, which has a slightly better knockdown. It does the same damage, but can be a little bit harder to execute because you do have to time the standing 3. But like we mentioned, it leads to amazing Oki that armor breaks, beats delayed wake up, is just good for everything. So that's another way we can end the combo. We can also choose to extend the combo, make it a little bit more damaging. If we have no meter and we need to make our combos do a little bit more, you can do a little bit of a dash before you jump to, and then you can actually jump again. So and get this extra aerial extension where we do a 1-2-2 into teleport in the air. And that does a bit more damage, so if you need to close out the round, do that. But I think generally ending with your forward 4 and stuff, getting that good knockdown is useful enough to always just go for this simple version of the combo. Now, we can also extend these combos slightly differently if we want to spend meter on them. So Mileena has this really good extension she can do with her amplified teleport, but keep in mind it doesn't work off of every string just like ball roll does. So like off of your mid, this doesn't combo. Off of this, it does combo, but after something like this, it also doesn't combo. After this, it doesn't combo, but off of your main things like standing 1 and standing 2, it does. So just keep that in mind. And as you can see, it looks like I'm doing a completely kind of new combo here, but it uses the exact same fundamentals as we were using before, just plus the 1-2-2 in the air, and then you dash in into something on the ground. So I use this 1-2-2, dash into something. It could be forward 1, standing 1, and then I go into the exact same thing. So I go into ball roll, jump 2-2, air ball roll into the ender. And let's do it again. Dash in, and then we go ball roll, 2-2, air ball roll into the ender. And I slightly messed up the ender there. I wasn't close enough after the dash. But you can do a forward 1, standing 1, whatever you want, whatever is easiest for you to execute, because it's a pretty damaging combo she can get off of any simple hit confirm. Whoops. Nearly 40% on her own, no fancy optimal combo. That's pretty cool. You can extend this if you are pretty good. You can do stuff like this, where you get a falling jump too. But this is pretty hard because you have to do a dash before the jump 1 again, and then that can just make it a little bit too tight, and I don't really like going for that, and it makes it closer to 40%, but I don't think it's worth making it so much harder and droppable. So, we have our classic combo route, where we always just use the ball roll into the air ball roll, and then you get like a meterless 30% all the time, or we can spend a bit of meter using our up teleport, and then still use the same combo extender as at the end of the combo. And we can also use cameos to extend our combos in unique ways. So I've got Striker as an example here of like a typical ambush character, and a way that you can make your combos slightly better with ambush attacks is with him. You can do like some attacks in the air, and as you can see, they get hit by the grenade there. So anytime I'm in a combo and I can do a 2-2 in the air, I can do something like this. And I messed up slightly there, but as you can see, it's already into 40%. So 40% damage for spending a bar and a striker, and it's definitely not an optimal combo, is getting pretty good, getting pretty cool and damaging. I can also do this any other time I get a launch with striker or an ambush, so like the up teleport we mentioned. If you call striker at the same time you input the up teleport, you can get this kind of combo off of it pretty easily and use the same combo extender. So it's the same basis of combo, just from different types of starters. Yeah, you can do the same thing off of this type of combo. Yeah, you can also extend using your up teleport. That's nearly 40% for, once again, another meterless combo. So she has a lot of ways that she can make her combos more lengthy and more damaging, either on her own by spending meter on the up teleport, or by using some kind of cameo to do some extra extension off of it. And also, of course, she can get some unique extensions depending on the cameos. So instead of just being in part of combos, she can also, particularly why I like ambush cameos like Striker, is I can have these OS situations where I either get a combo or I keep myself safe. So I can do this, and if I get the timing right, I can combo off of my forward 1 mid, and if the opponent blocks it, well, this is just a way of keeping it plus. It's already safe, but I can dial this in, and it's my turn afterwards. If the opponent tries to press a button, they'll get hit by one of the grenades, and then I'm very plus, and it's very, very much my turn. So that's really good. And as we saw, if the opponent does get hit by it, well, then you easily get to go into a combo. I say easily. Hopefully you're more practiced than I am, and you can get solid damage from it. Pretty cool. And another thing I especially like about ambush projectile cameos is, like we mentioned when we were talking about the ball roll, is you can do YOLO ball rolls where you throw out a grenade, or like you summon your ambush and do a ball roll at the same time. So Striker's ambush is actually back cameo, so the ball roll is back down, and I just press back with the cameo and down for the ball roll, so I do both inputs in one. And this, once again, just like this from this mid string, is kind of an option select, because if the opponent gets hit by it, well, I can either just go for the same ball roll combos, super simply, I don't have to think about how it changes, or I can use that extra stun to get some slightly extended combos with extra jump-ins for a little bit extra damage, so if they do happen to hit the opponent, well, I can take more damage. And if the opponent does block it, then particularly from like slightly further distances, like in neutral here, I'm totally safe. If the opponent tries to do like attacks and punish me, they'll just get hit by the grenades and I get to take my turn back. Which is pretty ridiculous, I admit, but hey, it's Mortal Kombat 1, we have to abuse any kind of cameo ridiculous we can. So I'm just making sure you're aware of what we're capable of. Now, those are basically the principles of our combos, and like we mentioned before, going to Fatal Blow is very simple, because you can, off of no matter what kind of combo it is, off of any of those long launchers, you can easily go into a Fatal Blow afterwards, even if it's a slightly longer combo like these ones. You just do a little bit of a micro dash into the Fatal Blow, and it'll connect super, super easily, and maybe you'll win the game. Now, those are our general combo paths we're going for, no matter what hit we get. But let's talk about the kind of Oki we can get after our combos. So after I end in a ball roll, the simple combo ender we had was forward 4. So one option is just to do forward 4 again. Do it slightly delayed, and then you'll get both of the hits to hit the opponent. If they do block it, you're totally chill, -7, basically unpunishable. And if they, don't block the overhead successfully, then they just get hit by it and you get to keep looping mix-ups. But the cool thing about this, like we mentioned before, is that it does beat the opponent trying to go for get-ups. So Mileena is really, really proficient at saying, no, you can't do wake-ups against me as long as you don't time it wrongly like I did there. Pretty easy to time, as long as you just do a little bit of a delay and don't do it ridiculously late. As you can see, you can easily break armor, and by the time that happens once, twice, or 3 times, it's pretty good because it kind of conditions the opponent to not use wake up armor, and then you can do some more ridiculous things like these +1 block strings or whatever, and you don't have to worry about your opponent just armoring through them all because you've destroyed their armor so many times, which is really, really handy to know. So that's kind of her main layer 1 Oki. It's mix-up, it's safe, and it breaks armor because it's just really cool. The next option is to go for 3-4. And as we mentioned, that leads to a really long knockdown where you get what's basically a safe jump in Mortal Kombat terms, because you get this really, really late jump and you have enough time to break the opponent's armor. As you can see, I can just go into my mid there and then go into a full combo. As you can see, she's very, very good at shutting down the opponent going for wake-up armor attacks. Let's just turn this off now, because that gets a little bit annoying. So we've got forward 4 as an ender, and you just go for forward 4 again. Or we've got 3-4, where you go for a very deep jump in, and you can go for whatever pressure you want from there. And keep in mind that also beats delay wake-ups, whereas this forward 4, if the opponent does try to forward 4, delay their wake-up when you go for another one, they might be able to punish you. So be careful of that. So that's how we go for pressure on the opponent's wake-up. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, and very effective. And once again, if you have someone like a striker and you go for the second overhead, well, then you can use striker to make it actually plus instead of minus, because it is usually generally safe, but you can choose to make it more plus if you want to keep it your turn, because if you think they might block it, hey, may as well just make yourself plus in the process as well. Might as well, if you can. So, good Oki. And then generally in neutral, we've got our projectiles that you can only use around this range. So if you're anywhere further, you kind of want to be doing like either just a single dash into this distance, because then your projectiles kind of hit, or just a single wave dash. Get good at wave dashing so you can get kind of close to the opponent pretty quick. As you can see, if I'm like full screen over here, the opponent's trying to turn one away, it only takes me like 1 wave dash. And I'm in really good distance for my forward 2, or my projectiles, or a jump in, and that's really the range we want to be in. So we're throwing these, and we also have the potential for going YOLO bull rolls, which can be kept safe by ambushes. And we also have the potential for going YOLO teleports into ambush, which can lead into combos or be kept safe. Pretty cool. And if we are full screen, if you are getting really held back full screen and you don't have time to do dashes in or jumps into teleports in or whatever, they're doing a really good job of keeping you out, well, you do have always the option of going for your enhanced slow projectile, which does actually go full screen. Or if you just want to say, screw it, I've had enough of this, I'm getting in, you can spend 2 bars and go for this. Destroy their projectiles, teleport in for a combo, possibly use a fatal blow and end the round. That's what you want. So now we know how to go for her basic B&B combos. We know that you can do the same things off a ball roll. We know how to extend things using some cameos. We know how to extend from the ball roll a little bit more if we want more damage. And we know that we can spend 1 bar get more damage on our own, or we can do both in one. and get pretty solid damage, and these aren't even optimal, but they're easy to execute and apply to a lot of situations. And we also know that after we land our combos, if we land a forward 4, we can easily go for another forward 4 for a mix-up and an armor break, or if we end in 3-4, jump in for a really +1 block jump in, and it beats armor if you go for a mid afterwards. And it beats delayed wake-ups with the mid afterwards. And also, anytime we get a knockdown that's not generally our good Oki knockdowns, we can always use an ambush cameo as a way of throwing out a grenade or a knife toss or something for some slightly good damage. Say like after our armor here, and I want to keep it my turn afterwards, I can throw out a grenade so it hits the opponent right as they're waking up. And then I'm plus and I get to keep my Oki even after those knockdowns that aren't generally good. I can use an ambush to keep it my turn as long as I time them correctly. And then when we're in neutral, you can try and throw projectiles or enhance them to make them full screen. Otherwise, you're just trying to wave dash into the right distance and then use your amazing standing 1, which is just so good for neutral. You can just mash this thing over and over again, mix up with the overheads or low cameos. And also we have a really good forwards 2 for getting in on the opponent. Forward 4 can also be used in neutral. Jump ins are really good for her when she has this option for a dive kick, or this as well to stay like far away. And when the opponent's blocking, she's got this as a plus frame, back 4 is plus frames, forward 2, forward 2 is plus frames, I think, and a lot of things are just safe and 0. So you have easy plus frames and easy mix with all the overheads and lows. If you have overhead or low cameos, you can mix them up after standing 1, after standing 1-2 instead of the grab, after 2-1 instead of the overhead at the end, after forward 2, which has a low you can change into an overhead, after standing 3, which has an overhead you can change into a low. She's also just got an overhead which she can switch in between doing double hitting overhead that breaks armor or a low that's plus on block, so that itself is just really good. Oh yeah, also the mid ends in a low, so if the opponent is blocking it, you can easily see that and go for your overhead cameo. Basically, anytime you touch the opponent, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a little bit of a mix-up knockdown. And if you do have a cameo that gives you a combo like Scorpion, that's awesome. And if you do have a cameo that like gives you ambushes, you can extend off of it while also making it more plus. And go into the same Oki we were just talking about before. And I think that's all we need to know about Mileena. We've got combos, we know what all of our buttons do, we know how to go for pressure, we know what to do for full screen, and we know what to do after our knockdowns. I think it's time we take that information and try her out online. See you there. I think the main thing we should focus on is hit confirming into ball roll when we know we have the hit. And our strings are safe, so we can either just do the ball roll or do nothing. Or we can do the ball roll and summon striker at the same time if I'm not sure. Is this going to be a mirror match at the beginning? Oh, how perfect. I hope we don't get shown up. We've already been shown up by the skin. Oh, I mistimed that? Okay, I didn't hit confirm into ball roll, but that's fine. As long as we're staying safe. Okay, as you can see, the overhead is a bit of a workhorse. Maybe that's because I've been playing Rain, and his 4-3 is like the best part of his toolkit, so I just trust overheads to be having my back. Damn, she missed right in front of my face. Oops, that was meant to be a... Hey, don't hit my striker. Oh no. Oh no, I'm getting hit by my own stuff. Oh no! I did somehow... Whew. When I tried to go for forward 4, I guess I accidentally tilted slightly upwards and went for a jumping attack. That was nearly close. But I think we got a bunch of the things we were... talking about there. We got a conversion off of our mid using striker, which option selects to either keep it plus or go into combos. We did some simple ball roll combos. Maybe next level is to use amplified teleport combos a little bit more. That is so easy to hit confirm, I love it. Oops. And that's plus, so it leads to amazing strike throw and general pressure. Oh, nice. No! Striker missed slightly because she rolled so close to me. Whoa, 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 what's going on here? Let's just fatal now. Oh, okay, at least we took our meter, I suppose. Oh, crap. No! I tried to standing one, but I guess I was a little bit slow. Can I blame that on Wi-Fi? I think I can, right? Hey, where'd my ball roll go? Hey! Oops. Ah! Rogi's too good. Striker! No! I did the wrong direction of Striker. You have to do back Striker for keeping yourself safe, or else the up grenades don't really connect properly. Okay, okay. The first match, we got our things going. The second match, I think I got a little bit too complacent. Got a little bit too scrubby, throwing random wake-ups, random ball rolls. I think we can be a bit more aware. Not get hit by her random stuff as well. Maybe we will get hit by it either way. Hey, no, I damn accidentally pressed that button instead of ball rolling. There we go. Maybe the secret to beating a random person is just to be more random. Ah! I tried to up block, but I think I accidentally just released block. No. Standing one. It usually works so well. And 50-50s to finish it out. They seem to carry us. They seem to carry both of us quite a lot. Because man, you can't react to 19 frames easily. And when you're like, oh, I can't react, I guess I'll just wake up with armor. That's your first instinct. But no, you can't do that. Because it stuffs your armor. Hello? What's going on here? Did this person leave? Sometimes that happens when they leave at that point, and then they make you freeze the game for like a solid 5 minutes. Pretty rude if that's what just happened. And that is indeed what happened. You are indeed rude, and do not deserve the pretty Mileena skin, because you are just a monster. You're more of a Baraka Cyrax person. Wi-Fi again. That's good. That's a buff for me, because that means I get to say if I lose, it's because of the Wi-Fi. Oh god, I haven't fought against a single Ashra. Not now. Oh no! Too far for the striker. Karma. Oh, whoa, I thought she would do the rest of the thing. Whoops. God, I don't know how to punish her at all. Nice. There we go. Hey, I messed my jump in. Striker ball roll's too fun. Whoa. Overhead? Oh. Ah, I hate it when that happens. Maybe I should try using 2-1 instead. I think it has a less chance of that happening. Oh, I call that striker pretty late. Oh, but it still worked. She's doing a good job at blocking the mix. Is she reacting? Oh, damn, that was meant to be standing one. Oh, I messed that up again. Striker? Yes, thank you. The noob's best friend, Striker, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, I think that was fine. Nothing too great. I missed a bunch of hit confirms, and yeah. But we're just learning to stay safe against Ashra, you know. Can't be perfect. Let's see if we can use some up teleport combos again. Not only the amplified version, but also like doing a random up teleport and using Striker to combo off of it. Sounds pretty good. Oh, that is not the timing for that. Oh no! Oh, damn it, I meant to do the low one. There we go. No, I mistimed him again. I should practice that a little bit more before I go online. Yeah, okay. Good that string does so much damage as well. Even if you don't hit confirm into a combo, it's like a nice chunk, more than a throw even. Oh yeah. Thank you, Striker. Noob's best friend. No! Striker, wrong way. I called him too early. I think I should do more mids. She likes to poke. Okay, that was the right call. It indeed worked. But see, Mileena seems like she's like the prime Mortal Kombat 1 character. You can really play the game. You're like, oh, this person's doing a lot of pokes, let me go for my mid. And when I go for this mid, I can hit confirm into combos, and everything seems like she can adapt and have some kind of actual good reward for it. Whereas if you're playing Rain, you're like, well, I only really get reward if I get this one situation, so how do I get the opponent to get hit by this? Hey, wait, I thought she was getting hit. I didn't even pay attention. It's because they didn't dial in the things. Oh, dark mode. Oh, that comboed? Nice anti-air. Ah! Still got it. Still got it. I can drop a combo and call it a setup with Mileena.
Round 2, fight.
See, she's so scared of me doing random stuff that I can just like chill out in neutral. Wait, what am I doing? I should have done an aerial combo. Is that punishable? I imagine it would be since it like starts combos for her. Let's do this. I learned how to do some of my main character's fatalities so I can... Oh wait, that wasn't even the third round! Oh no. That was kind of disrespectful, huh? That was kind of disrespectful. It's okay, I'm playing Mileena, I'm allowed to be rude, right? Right? I thought it... Oh, it was the third round. No, I meant to do that. That was just a gracious goodbye. Okay, we have a double wired connection, so I have no excuse to not hit confirm and block everything, right? Oh crap, it's a Garrus. And I think I fought against this guy earlier today. Garrus is rough. I take back my excuses. My excuse to lose is I don't know how to fight Garrus. Haha. Get me out of here. Oh yeah, you can flawless block that, but I didn't expect people to be doing that already. Oh, nice. But no thank you. Oh no, that was definitely too far. You have to be kind of close to do that with Striker. Oh, rough. Garrus gets easy 30%, just like me. Damn it.
Round 2, fight.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The micro duck expecting a throw, but it worked anyways. My god, okay. Thank you, Striker. Okay. Hey! What happened there? Thank you, Striker. Oh, that wasn't even a delayed wake up, I just messed it up. This is a waste, but at least we get the kill. Definitely a waste. I could have dashed in and done a forward 4, I don't know. We just wanted to watch a cinematic, that's why. We got the round. Let's concentrate a lot for the last one. Ah, no! Damn it, damn it, damn it. Striker, no! Oh, crap. He can do that at any time now. Oh my god, that hits me out of the air too. Oh, standing one didn't work. I'd mistimed that? That should have worked. Oh, that was very mistimed. I guess I don't know how to do it off of Striker very well. Oh, he ducked my throat. Oh. That's too far for Striker. That was really dumb. I did the same mistake twice. Can you believe that? Okay. I think we can possibly do this. If I very much concentrate, don't do so much dumb stuff. Both of those things can be hard. I think when he goes for the string into Sub-Zero. Let's not talk about that. Oh, he delayed. Okay, let's use our other knockdown. I think it's a lot better against him. Oh, how did I mess that up? Oh, I have to do the back striker to get that to actually hit him. Okay, I can't jump over that. Oh, there was all lows. Okay. No! How did that mess up? Come on, striker. Come on. No. He has tick throws. I didn't think those existed in this game. What? I nearly got the chip damage. Nearly got it. Too obvious. Okay. I need to just do more down twos. Standing one is too try hard and I'm messing it up. Thank you, striker. Oh, I thought I would have been on the same side. Too far, and I just dialed the whole thing in. I didn't confirm that one. Crap. Oh, he's more than 2 hits of armor. Oh, whoops. My bad. Okay. Some people aren't a fan of ranked being first to 3, but I really quite like it. It gives you a proper opportunity to really try to see if you can beat whatever the opponent is doing, rather than just being like, well, they hit me with 6 overheads and I lost the entire 2 games. Okay, let's get better at timing this forward 4, because we should be able to beat that armor. I could try and use my armor through that. Oh no! I tried to do something funky. Don't be funky. Don't be funky. Just win.
Round 2, fight.
Ah, damn it. I thought he was gonna block all of that. Ow. Ow. Ah, damn it. Sometimes when you're in the corner, that keeps you on the same side, and sometimes it doesn't, so it's hard to tell if you're kind of in the corner and kind of not. Oh! He messed up, and then it made him a lot more safe. And that's a tick throw, my bad. And that was an obvious jump, I'm glad he didn't. Okay, okay. Shut up. Stop saying dumb things. Focus.
Final round. Fight.
Too obvious. Ah, I kept doing the forward striker accidentally. Oh, mistimed. Come on, striker. Yes! Oh, the scrub killer. The scrub killer. I have no right to be doing this fatality right now. But this is just paying homage to not the scrub killer, not the scrub killer. The scrub's best friend. That's who Striker is. Wake up with armor, they think they can punish me? No, they die. It's kind of an ugly ass side. Why does it look like Devora? We do not want that. Okay, now we just have to win 2 more times. Surely we can do that. Easy peasy. After nearly losing 3 times in a row. Oh, you kept getting too obvious with those throws. That's an overhead. Oh god. Yeah, whoops. Scrub. Scrub. Couldn't save the scrub. Okay. How about let's try not doing such crazy stuff that gets us hit by 50% combos? Not 50%. Garrus isn't that dumb. But getting hit is not good no matter the situation. Oh god. Oh my god. But he was gonna take throw me. Why does that do so much damage from the last hit of a string? Bro. No! Oh my goodness. You got me. Oh. Okay. And I thought it was a tick throw again. Right. Well, we have a lot of work to do, particularly in the realm of the Garrus matchup. Let's see if we can go to a final match and we don't get swamped. What do we have? Who do we have? Come on, final pa- Oh god, General Shao. I really get stomped on by basically every Shao player I've been against. He has such good buttons, such good wake-ups. Let's see. Oh! But he gets hit by overheads. I like that. Oh. I messed up the... Yes! Yes! Mwahaha! Oh no! I mistimed it. Mwahaha! This is what we need. None of those Garrus tryhards. We need a General Shao that gets hit by overheads. Because that's all I can do. Oh no. Overhead? Yes. Oh, damn it. Okay. The Garrus player messed me up. He made me scared to do the overhead. Come on, let's do it. Because he did some delayed wake-ups, but you just have to commit to the right timing. Because if you're doing this version, you're automatically going to be susceptible to delayed wake-ups. You may as well beat armored wake-ups. And if I do want to beat delayed wake-ups, then I should have used a different enter. Like my 3-4. But hey. Look how much Mileena can step all over people if she can abuse her amazing strings and overheads. And this, oh my god. Oopsie. Oh no, am I gonna punish from that? No thank you, sir. Saw it coming. Whoops. Sorry, bud. It always happens. The first time you fight against Mileena, you get hit by every single overhead, because there's no way that can be that many, but there is. Hello? Oh no! Oh, setup. Oh, wait, I dropped the combo as well. Thanks. Oh, I nearly got a conversion. Okay, his wake up seems to be pretty fast. And yeah, that was a really very sloppy timing on the striker to keep myself safe there. Munch munch.
Mileena wins.
Already GG's to this Shao for not leaving after losing twice. That's already puts you leagues above most Combat League players.
Outworld forever.
See, I wasn't sure if that one would actually hit, so I did a safe ball roll by calling out Striker at the same time, because I can just do that. No! Damn, his wake up's kinda good, huh? Ah, hit by the low. Why does he have an overhead and a low that hit the exact same frame? Thank you. I needed that whiff down too. Was feeling a little bit scared there for a second.
Fight.
Thank you. Oh, nearly got the conversion. Off of the grenade, I mean. Ah, is that the secret to General Shao's beating his wake up? It's just easily jumpable? Whoops. She is just too cool. I don't know her fatal, so I'll just hit with a grenade, I guess. But that's the final round we wanted, just to show off how amazing and destructive and scrubby Mileena can be. I definitely think she's gonna be my second main. She's got fun buttons, fun combos, is pretty strong tier list wise it seems, but that doesn't really matter too much to me. But she's fast, good at rush down, she does everything I want in a fun character, and she's got the perfect amount of Mortal Kombat scrubbiness. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.